Hey, this is a bear. We're out here with the double gulps and some barbecued pork rinds. They're hard to get down though, I can barely swallow. Anyway, this is 2020. Oh shoot, I gotta hook up make sure that radio's all set too. Oh well, that has AIS, DSC, and then you gotta get your MMSI number. The weather channel worked, I already checked all that, but I can turn it on, but that AIS kept coming on and it was driving me nuts. There's your MMI number. You got to hit no until you can get it and go to the Coast Guard. They have to have you go there to get your MMI number. Anyway, it's a 2021 searunner Hewescraft. Nice boat, very stable, pretty quick. You may want to drop it down to a 15 pitch. It's got a 17 on it now. It does turn 6,000, but I really got to work it to get up there. Fuel gauge is working. I'm going to put another 10. I put 30 in on ethanol. I'm going to put another 10 gallons in when I get done. The speed sensor, evidently they didn't have one on because you don't get your eco, your flow, or your speed. If I hit down here, see how it's speed? You're not getting any speed here, eco. So you need that. It tells your oil temperature, it'll tell your battery, and tell your also your temp, water temp. Put it just in gear. And I normally run it, mine right like this. One more. Speed, tack, trim. And I can shut it off. I'm in about 32 feet. Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. Now I turn that off, so now you can't see everything I was going to do. So I'm going to start that back up again. Turn it down. Then you can go over to the troll mode. Hit this where it says troll. Now just in gear. Then you hit set, then you hit this up button. See how it's going 700, 750, 800, 900, that's tops. Then just go back on down. You should get to 650. See, that's the AIS. Which works good. So all that works, it just needs that. I ain't gonna say what else they did, but we got it fixed. And then over here on this clamshell, I would re-silicone that. They kind of over-tightened it and it popped it up a hair. So I would probably do that, silicone in there, maybe try to straighten that out. And make sure the seacock valves are open. I put the fuse panel cover, it was laying right here. And the instructions for the extension of the GPS are in there. They were just sitting on the side of the boat. Lucky enough the wind kicked them back inside the boat. Swing tongue, they had the wrong pin, so I had to get a larger pin, so I borrowed one and put the cotter key through it. It needs a speed sensor, it's not getting gallons per hour and speed, so you need that. I had to calibrate the GPS compass. The GPS head up on top, calibrate it so your map would go the right way. And it was 3 seconds, 4,000, 18 miles an hour, idle 650, 700 neutral. Plane was about 19, 3,000. Cruise was 27 miles, 3,800. And like I say, it's got 17, use the same diameter, maybe drop it to a 15 pitch. Wide open, I got 40, 47, so the current was running about 7 miles an hour with the wind. You got your glove box. So what I did there is I put those papers were just sitting on the outside of the boat. So I got those back in here, and you got your stops. That's for your fish box in the back. Your floaty key holders and like lockbox keys are right in there. Like that. Up underneath there is storage. You got your lights up here. And then you've got the 2-pin large window here. Wipers worked. Boom, horn worked. Bilge pump works. Live well, I'm going to turn that on. That's this again. I'm going to turn that off. Got it set way out there too as far as that goes. So anyway, there's your live well. Came out with good water. So I turned it on up there, and then now I can turn it off back here if I want to. Fish box, that's to drain that out. And then you go, here's your wash down. Right there, the pink stuff, that was antifreeze. And there's a large drainage in there, dual battery shut-off switches behind here. Let me see, I can go like this, and I'll just show you real quick. And there's your valve for this fish box. Say you're have it on land, outside, your worst boat tilted up. That thing's going to fill up with water, so you can open that valve and it'll drain into your bilge. Then you should have there's your dual batteries, and it's got the Yamaha 10 micron filter. So anyway, at home, if it's raining, I would turn that the other way so the water would just drain out instead of filling up. And they need your fish box, and then goes onto the floor. They need to kind of clean it up a tad bit. Deck light works, nav light works. Fills back there on your gas. I set these seats up. These seats are really nice. I like them. I set all your Simrad up, so that works really good. Live well, I'll shut that off. Nav lights, I'll leave that on since we. It's getting foggy. It looks like. But anyway, your down scan overlay works really good, and there's your regular sonar with down scan overlay on top of that. You got a lot of herring sitting in here, a lot of it. Okay. And then there's your navigation here, or you can just go back. You can go down and find out what your tides are. Hit searching, there you go. So it's not a real minus or plus on that. So the current's going out or the tide's going out. And if you move this arrow right here, it'll tell you. So at 2:58 p.m. it's slack at a 3.5 plus. And then you can change the date just by hitting that. Or you can go, like, if you want to change where you want to look, you can hit that. You can change to any port from, I think, Canada down to California. And then if you hit this one here again, you can do vessels. See, all this is, so this should show on here, but that's what's beeping up there. That's AIS, and I'll find that out in a minute. Then you go back up into here, and you got trip intel. And this is kind of neat what they did on this one. Show your tide live, and it'll still show your GPS while you're in there. Show your trip, 47.6 miles an hour. And then you can stop trip if you like. If you want that to quit beeping, just hit any button up there, and then you hit this one right here. Well, come on, baby. There you go. Sun and moon. If you want to see what the phases are, you can hit that. You can change. You can go over here to the date and change that. Like, hit that. See when the next full moon is. Get out of that. Hit the menu key over here. And then, of course, storage is if you're downloading, software updates and your waypoints and stuff like that. So then you go into here. I've went through all this, so you shouldn't have to go into this at all. And then you can go back here to go home again. And then you can go in just your charts if you like. And now I'm going to try something to see if I'm right. Unless I have to redirect it through the radio. Okay, that's going into, there's your guard ring. Yep, it's hooked up. There's your AIS vessel. You can hit it and hit it like this. And then it'll tell you all about it, what class it is, the bearing, how fast. It's doing 5.46. It's underway. What its latitude, longitude, where it's headed, and the name of the ship. Then you go out of that. And then I want to see if it got one more thing, which I doubt. It might, though. That's 5. No, I don't. Okay, so then, of course, if you make this cursor here, don't ever give them coordinates unless you want them to go there because you're here, not there. To clear cursor, clear it. Now, that's where you're at, 4322, 124 line. So now if you ever just want to go ahead and set it like a waypoint. See, north is that way, so we want to go up the map and say I want to go right here. Then all I have to do is there, and then I can hit here, go to cursor, and see how it drew that. And then you can go either tap this, and that gets rid of it. And then now I got to set speed over ground, depth, course over ground, steering. I need to go 140 to the north. Latitude and longitude, water temp, and time to destination. Hours. It ain't going to take me an hour. But see, then I want to line up in the shaded, this red line. Then when you have that going, you can go into here to nav. See, 91, I'm getting close. There's way up there is my waypoint. You can drag out if you like. Pinch in, pinch out like this. see how that goes, so I can bring it in a little closer. Course over ground, speed over ground, I'm 65 off to the left. A depth 30, course over ground here, latitude and longitude. It's 1.11 mile. Boat to waypoint, that's 17 degrees. You got water temp 57, speed over ground 15, depth is 30, and heading is 30. So that's right on the money there. And then it'll tell you here 1.1 mile and time. It would take me that long to get there? Wow. 1 hour. I ain't gonna take that long. So that's what that's all about. And then I hit up some combos for you. And then I'm going to go part 2.